And Karen said she wanted a bite, so here you go. Good, right? It's really, really good. I gotta say, outstanding, outstanding puff pastry. Delicious. Pistachio cream. How can you go wrong? What a way to start our day. Outstanding. You can see why this is the most famous pasteleria in Guimarães. Really good. Welcome to Destination Eat Drink, the travel channel for foodies. I'm Brent Peterson, an American living in Portugal, and that's where we are today, in our town of Setúbal, Portugal, trying some pastries and having a little bit of coffee. Before we get started though, like the video and subscribe to the channel if you like food and travel. I do lots of videos all over Portugal, but all over Europe as well, and sometimes in the United States too. And back last winter, I did a video about some of my favorite pastries, so I thought I'd share a few more of my favorite pastries with you. We'll go all the way up north in Portugal and all the way down south to the Algarve and lots of places in between, and try a few of them. And we'll see what's what. While we're doing that, I thought I can't do a video about pastries without getting my own. This little cookie, should have showed it to you before I broke it off. It's called an S-ish because it's shaped like an S. And these are great to dip in your coffee. They're just little shortbread cookies. Nice. All right, let's try some pastry, shall we? Okay, this is the spot, Zé de Tripa. This is where the tripa was invented. And what is a tripa? Well, first of all, I should tell you what tripa means. Tripa means tripe. And if you know what tripe is, it's basically the innards of a pig. And this is not that. This is a long way from that. But apparently, when Jose first made these, the kids in the area said they looked like tripe. Does that look like pig innards to you? Doesn't look like it to me. But anyway, it's like a crepe. So what they do is they take a little batter, put it on a crepe pan, bring down the top to cook it, and then they can fill it with whatever you like. It can be sweet, it can be savory. I've seen a lot that come with ovos moles filling, which is the egg custard. Did a whole video on those recently, but I've had plenty of those on this trip, so I got chocolate, and she put a couple pieces of dark chocolate in the middle of this, folded it up, topped it with cinnamon. Crispy, yummy, and it's dark chocolate. It's not milk chocolate. And cinnamon on top. Perfect. All right. That is really freaking good. I'm glad we made it out here. And Karen said she wanted a bite, so here you go. Good, right? There's also tripish places in Aveiro, but why not come out here to where they made them originally? Pretty great. We're in Lule in the Algarve today. This is a town that's away from the beaches and the golf courses of the Algarve, which is what a lot of people come to the Algarve for. Nothing wrong with that, but we opted for something a little bit different today. So we're in Lule, and we came to this famous pasteleria, Calcinha. They've been making pastry and coffee here since 1929, so you know that they know what they're doing. And we came here and got a pastry called a folhado. It's a puff pastry filled with egg cream that originated here in Lule. It's called folhado de Lule. And unlike a lot of pastries that you get in Portugal, this one wasn't invented in a convent. This came about from a competition in the 20th century between two girls here in Lule about who made the best pastry. Not sure who won that contest, but we benefit from it because now it's the famous pastry of Lule. And I asked the lady who served us, about this, and she said, well, it's like a French puff pastry, only better. So that's a pretty high bar to clear, but as you can see, I've already started in on this. And you know what? It's really, really good. I gotta say, outstanding puff pastry. And the rich egg cream on the inside, really nice. I got an abatonado to go with it. That's like an Americano. If you haven't been watching our videos, that's what I get a lot of times here in Portugal. The other thing that this place is famous for is this poet. His name is, or was, Antonio Alexio. And I guess he used to hang out here because they got a statue of him out front, sitting at a table. So, and when they serve you your pastry, they give you this little piece of paper with a picture of Antonio and one of his poems. And this poem, I did the quick Google Translate on it. It's kind of an anti-war poem, chastising what I think are politicians maybe for sending kids into war, and how the people who suffer in war are not the people who start wars. A good thought, I think, one that still resonates today. But I'm glad that they celebrate this poet. In fact, they've got a picture of him right here on the wall. We're in Peniche today, right on the Atlantic Ocean. This is a place that's renowned for its surfing. It also has some great history. And we're going to start the day, as we often do, in a pasteleria, a Portuguese bakery. And this place is classic. It's called Calais, and it's Fabrico Proprio. And when you come to Portugal, this is something you want to look for, is the words Fabrico Proprio, which means house-made or made in-house. A lot of places, snack bars and even some patisseries, they will have their stuff shipped in from factories, from distributors, but these guys, they make it all in-house. And I got to tell you, the stuff inside looked gorgeous. Their cakes looked freaking amazing. But what we're here for is this little treat. Before I opened it, I wanted to show you. Look at the the logo is a woman with a dish on her head, probably carrying fish because we're right here on the ocean. So I like that. All right, so look at this. Look how caramelized it is on top. If you see a pastel de nata in Lisbon, you'll have the yellowy custard and then you'll see some caramelization. Some people may say some burning, but this is more like really caramelized of sugar. And you can see little dots of the almonds in here. So upon first glance, and upon first inspection, it looks very tasty. Let's give it a try. Oh, look inside. So you can see inside the custard is not as gooey and as creamy as you would with a pastel de nata. But you know what? It is still super soft. Wow, that's good. And the crust is a shortbread. Sometimes with these natas, it's so thin and dry. Not these particular ones, other natas that you may get at other places. It's so thin and dry that all you care about is the filling. But this is really a nice shortbread crust. Really good. Well done. Calais. Fresh squeezed OJ. Man, OJ in Portugal is so good. And then I saw this. This has Karen's name written all over it. Pistachio cream on top of a donut with crushed pistachios. And they serve it with a fork. Reminds me of that Seinfeld episode. I saw someone eating a Snickers bar. with a knife and fork. I saw someone eating M&Ms with a spoon. So let's give this a, oh, there's some Nutella, it looks like, inside, some kind of chocolate filling. Wow, that donut is so light. Delicious. Pistachio cream. How can you go wrong? What a way to start our day here in Beneath. Well done. This is Pasteleria Clarinha, and they're famous for their Torta de Azeitão. That's this right here. We also got the Torta de Azeitão. The lady behind the counter talked me into this one as well. So these are two famous little pastries here. So we're going to give them a try. Wow. Okay. So, first of all, the crust of the torta. It looks like an empanada, right? But this is sweet. It's covered in like sugar or something. And it makes it super, super crispy on the outside and sweet. On the inside, egg yolk, sugar, and squash. And I've said it before, you think that squash is going to be savory, but it's not. It's a perfect accompaniment to eggs and sugar. Makes it nice and sweet. It's delicious. Now this one, Torta de Azeitão, this is like cakes from heaven. And we had a version of this in Évora. And I did a video on the convent suites of Évora. And we had one there that was fantastic. This is slightly different. Okay, so same filling, softer dough on the outside, and powdered sugar coating. Quite different than the one we had in Évora. Delicious though. That lends a chewiness to it. It's really good. Hibiscus and red fruit tea. Man, outstanding. You can see why this is the most famous pasteleria in Guimarães. Really good. A little over 100 years ago, Manuel Rodriguez opened this place, Pasteleria Cego. And cego translates to blind in Portuguese. And that's because Manuel was blind, but he loved baking. He loved making sweets and torts and things like that. And he invented the Torta de Azeitão. Basically what it is it's a sponge cake filled with an egg curd. And this is unusual in Portugal because you see most tarts are like the pastel de nata, which is a little puff pastry filled with egg custard. This isn't exactly like that at all, although it does have the egg inside, the egg cream. It's a sponge cake instead. And so it doesn't come in like a little cup of puff pastry. Instead, you've got this sponge cake on the outside. So anyway, this was invented here in this pasteleria back in 1901, I think was the actual date. And let's give it a try. So good, so light. Some people complain that pastel de natas are too heavy, too eggy. This is not that at all. Might be a little citrus in there as well. Really nice. Have another bite. Okay, so what'd you think? Those are some good ones, right? If you've been to Portugal and you've tried some pastries, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what some of your favorites were, probably pastel de nata, but what I'm trying to do with this video is show how many different kinds of pastries there are in Portugal. Any town you go to, they're going to have something different. So leave me a comment. Let me know what you think, what your favorite pastries are in Portugal. I've also got a podcast that you can listen to, and I do interviews with people all over the world. Every place that you can think of, I've probably done an episode on. There's over 350 of them. I've been doing it for over 7 years. So you can get that by just clicking on the QR code or on the link in the show notes. It's also called Destination Eat Drink. All right, that's it for this one. I'm Brent Peterson. See you down the road.